Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be talking about the best weapons that are kind of very underrated in Fortnite Battle Royale. So, starting off with the Blue Burst. Now, the Blue Burst is very underrated. Now, the reason I'm putting this on is because you might know about it, but it's kind of at the top of the list because of the fact that it's, the Blue Burst. People know about it, but some people still pick those like blue ARs and green ARs over it because they forget the fact that each bullet out of that burst, out of that 3-round burst, is doing, I think it's doing 30 damage. So you can do 90 damage, quick maths, to somebody, completely wipe out their shield really fast. You could do over 200 headshot damage with this thing if you were to hit all 3 bursts to the head, doing 75 damage. It could be insane. It could be absolutely insane for this gun. I mean, the burst overall, there's so much headshot damage. I think I pick it up over. I think I pick up a green burst usually over a green AR and sometimes a blue AR. I just love the burst. I'm very good with it, very accurate with it. I know how it works. I know when to peek with it. It's a very good peeking weapon, and yeah, I think it's just a very solid weapon that some people who just haven't learned about it yet, or even the casual player, just doesn't really pick up the blue burst. Anyways, guys, coming in our number 2 or 4 spot, we have the hunting rifle. Now, the hunting rifle is yet again another slept-on weapon. Usually, people pick up the bolt over it. They always forget about that reload time and the damage per second. First of all, the headshot damage can do like 200 damage, 175, and it usually one-shots people. I prefer the hunting rifle over the regular gun because the regular bolt, because first of all, damage per second way higher, reload time way faster. It does about 90 damage to the body, 86 if you're using green, 90 if you're using a blue, and it's very insane. It's a very good weapon for peeking. Peeking very quickly. It's easy to get used to if you just learn the bullet drop, if you just learn what you have to use to, learn this weapon, then you'll be insane with this weapon. You could demolish people sometimes with this weapon because they just don't expect it, and you can hit some pretty insane shots if you learn the bullet drop and all that. So, definitely try out the hunting rifle, specifically the blue one is very good and stuff like that. So, I honestly, I love the hunting rifle. It's probably one of my favorite guns in the game. Anyways, coming in at our number 3 spot, we have the LMG. Now, I feel like the LMG, when it was added, people thought it was more of an AR, if you know what I mean. People kind of thought, hey, this might replace the AR and be an automatic AR, but it really wasn't. People thought it was, a failure of another weapon they added, and yeah, people just didn't like it. I prefer, I actually thought it was going to be an AR as well, but anyways, this weapon is insane for, taking down bases, and especially if somebody boxes themselves in. See, somebody boxes themselves in, they're very weak, you can just spray through this, and you can get into their 1x1, or break those walls faster than they can replace it, and you can do insane damage to these people. I mean, you can do 50 headshot damage to it, and it's very good for taking out Thanos in the gauntlet mode. It's just insane. I mean, you can melt through people's bases. You can use it as an SMG that has 100 rounds, so you don't have to worry about losing ammo or having to reload unless you forget to, in between fights. Just a very solid weapon that people just forget about. They usually pick it up and they might use it mid-game or beginning game because it's the only thing they have, but they'll probably end up dropping it. And I kind of do the same thing too, but this gun, I gotta start using it more. I just have to. Whenever I use it, I can get insane plays with it. I can, just melt through people's builds faster than they can replace it, and I just do insane with it. So, the LMG is kind of like a mix of an SMG and a minigun, and it's perfect. I love it. Anyways, coming down to the number 2 spot, we have the grenade launcher. Now, people, like good player, maybe even a decent player, would know that the grenade launcher is a very, good weapon. It's probably one of the best in the game, considering the fact that you can do over 600 damage with this thing, and it's insane, because people usually take up the RPG, because, it's an RPG, everybody does it. You know, they always thought it was a great gun. You know, it still is, but it's so easy to kill yourself with the RPG. And considering the fact that it's very easy to play against the RPG because you know exactly where it's going, you can easily play against it. You can easily counter the RPG. The grenade launcher is insanely hard to outbuild. It's insanely hard to just deal with. If you're going up a really against player, if you know how to use this thing, if you know what techniques to use with it, if you know how to use this thing correctly, you will do insane with it. I'm telling you guys, if you launch all 6 grenades at people, you're doing over 600 damage potentially. You know what I mean? So you have to try out this weapon because of how insane it is. It's just an insane weapon that people just forget about because they always pick up the RPG trying to use it as a shotgun. But you can demolish people with this game, with this gun. You can demolish bases easily with this thing. And it's just an overall solid weapon that you need to try and use because just look up any other gameplay with it and you will demolish people with this gun, and it's insane. Anyways, coming at our number 1 spot, we're going to have the silenced pistol. Did you forget that the silenced pistol was in the game? Me too. Until a couple of days ago when I had to get some suppressed damage, I realized how fast you can melt people with this gun. I mean, you never really find an end game because everybody drops it. So, if you find this gun beginning game, try using it. It can do over 70 headshot damage, 25, 27, 28, something like that for the regular damage. It can melt through somebody if they don't have shield. You could shoot it faster than an AR, and if you're very accurate with it, you can demolish people with this gun. I mean, people just always forgetting about these other guns that can kill people so easily, and they just sleep on it, man. They just sleep on the whole gun. And yeah, it's a very overall weapon. I mean, it's silent, it's good. You 16 rounds in it, but you can shoot them very fast. They're purple and gold, so they might be a little bit hard to find, but they're overall a solid weapon that can do a lot of damage. I mean, some people use this, you know, for funsies and stuff, but they can overall do really good with this weapon. And obviously, at the end of the day, you're probably gonna take a gold scar over a golden pistol, but overall, it's a good weapon. You know, I've seen some people run this as like a secondary, like you have your shotgun and you might even have your silenced pistol because of how good it is. Anyways, you guys gotta try all these weapons. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like. I live stream on twitch.tv/matters, just matter with a Z. Play some Fortnite on console, pretty good at it. And yeah, see you guys later.